All right, so today let's focus on your mutual fund portfolio queries and to help you navigate through this maze. I have with me Shweta Jain from Investography. Shweta, good evening and welcome to the show. We also have our first viewer online connected, and Ritu Bansal is on the phone line with me from Delhi. Ritu, hi, good evening. Thank you so much for sending across your question.
Hey, hi, good evening.
Hi. Okay, Ritu. So I think as per the details sent by you, you have researched and made a portfolio in last 6 months. You've been doing SIP of 5,000 and 7,000. You have increased that amount, and it's gone
Yeah,
to
I was
35 to 90,000 now in 8 mutual funds.
correct. Right,
Okay. So the total amount is 90,000.
right.
Okay.
From last
That's
month, it is last month it is 90,000, and I have given the
uh-huh.
bifurcation in each and every one.
And you just started investing 6 months ago.
That's correct.
Okay, that's fantastic to see you start from 5,000 and you come down to 90,000. I just want to know what gave you the belief or conviction to increase your SIP amount, or if this is your first ever equity investment via mutual funds, what made you trust this particular way of participating in equity?
Actually, I'm so surprised that why I did not start it earlier. I'm a working professional in private sector. I am having very good salary, and I don't know why I never thought about investing in
Yeah,
mutual funds or even in the stocks
okay,
also. And now I
sure.
realize I'm too late for that. So that's why I
Uh-huh.
increase my amount also, because I might be retired in 12 to 15 years, and I have a
Okay,
son, and I need some money
sure.
after 10 years. He's right now 9. So that's why I thought it's a good way. Now I'm
Sure,
like,
sure.
yeah,
It's
that's
also
the
because you've
reason.
seen the markets doing well. Did that fact give you the confidence?
That is also a reason, but again,
Sure.
now I would say that I was not educated enough to understand the
Yeah.
mutual fund or stock market. Now I studied and I find out like I
Sure.
was not doing
Sure.
good.
Sure. So in Hindi it is said "Der aaye durust aaye." So I wouldn't say that you're joining this track late, but the fact that you realize that according to you you're late and you need to invest more, to achieve your goal, which is 1.5 CR in 10 years for your child education and 1.5 CR after your retirement. Your retirement is 12 to 15 years ahead now. So welcome to the equity markets, and participating through mutual funds, I believe, is one of your best decisions, and I'm sure even Shweta would agree to that. And very happy to get a query from an investor like you, who shows so much of interest and so much of dedication and is investing in a disciplined way in the equity market. So thank you so much for giving us your question and setting up an example to our viewers as well. Shweta, over to you.
Rightly said, Kavita. So Ritu has successfully set example for many women investors. I love talking to women investors, especially when they're so confident, and they've tried and tested the waters in the beginning and then sort of increased their investment. Today is the best time to start investment. Forget about yesterday. So today is a good day. Your portfolio, I want to make a few changes, not too many, but just because you've changed the amount from 35 to 90, so there's a bit of a mismatch in the portfolio. So I want to change that a little bit. So I would recommend that you do a little bit of more in Bandhan Nifty 50, 20,000. So it's a good passive fund. Your cost will stay low. SBI Magnum Mid Cap 15,000. Most of the schemes are what you have. I've just changed the amounts and I've cut down some schemes to make sure there's proper diversification. Quant Value Fund 20K, Quant Small Cap 15K, Axis Small Cap 10K, and ICICI Nasdaq 10K. So this will give you a good mix of a portfolio for long term. For about 15 years, you need about 35,000 per month. So if you have two goals of 1.5 crores, so about 70,000 plus one, maybe a little sooner than the other. So then you could, with 90,000, you will get to both your goals, assuming a 12% rate of return. So I think you're right on track. There's absolutely no need to worry that you're late. But yes, this does give confidence to a lot of investors, especially women, that they can invest, they can learn, and equity is good for them.
All right, so that's well summed up. Ritu, anything else you want to ask Shweta? Oh, okay. I don't think we have Ritu on the phone line, but then I hope that she's noted down all the suggestions given by you. And just in case, Ritu, you're not able to hear it now, we have this show put up on our YouTube channel. So, you can just watch the show and note down all suggestions given to you. Let's move to our next viewer. Suvarna Tikam is calling us from Mumbai. Suvarna, hi, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
How are you doing today?
Fine, fine.
Again, delighted to see you. The details that you've sent across are amazing. You are
Yeah.
doing a total SIP of 53,000 since how long are you invested?
Now, these are the latest from last 4 years SIP fund, but I'm investing from
Last 4 years.
2011. 2011, I'm
2011. Okay.
investing, but funds were
Okay.
different that time.
Sure, sure. All right. So you have Nippon India Multi Cap, Nippon India Small Cap, ICICI Pru Large and Mid Cap, Motilal Oswal Large and Mid Cap, Motilal Oswal Mid Cap Fund as well. And you want to increase your SIP to
By
more
20,000.
20,000. Sure. And you want to be invested for more 8 years only. Any specific financial goal that you have? Any specific corpus that you want to
Oh,
accumulate in next 8 years?
actually, my now balance service period is around 8 to 10 years. So
Okay.
I can invest SIP for maximum 10 years. After
Sure.
then,
Sure.
the retirement, the SIP won't possible, no?
Right, right, right. So I also want to understand, so in 2011 you're investing in mutual funds. So who taught you about mutual funds and which was your first fund? I mean, I'm sure you've gone through a cycle, you've reviewed your portfolio, you've changed your funds. But then how did it all begin? So Varna, what's the story?
So actually, I invested in lemon, but then I took the flat in
Sure.
I think
From that
18.
amount collected
So
from mutual funds?
yeah, yeah. So that
Okay,
time I
okay,
redeemed the fund, and
okay.
now again I started from last I think in 2020.
Okay, okay. That's a fantastic story for our viewers, It's very nice because a lot of viewers keep asking us that they want to buy a house and, what should be the amount they should be collecting or investing in mutual funds. But here we have you who accomplished that financial goal by having an investment strategy, by investing through mutual funds. So congratulations. And, we will definitely help you move ahead in this journey as well. We have Shweta for that. Shweta, over to you.
Thanks, Kavita. Suvarna has good funds. I don't want to make any changes to the funds. And she's been investing for a while, so a good amount of uh, nest egg she would have created. So I would really like her to assess the entire portfolio, not just the SIPs. She wants to increase 20,000 by now. So Suvarna, you can invest this in a passive fund like a Nifty 50. So UTI Nifty 50 is perfect for you, low cost, good track record, a fantastic addition to your existing portfolio. You do have a decent exposure to Nippon as a fund house, to Motilal Oswal as a fund house. So your portfolio is quite nicely diversified. Like I said, I want to make sure that overall this is matching in your portfolio. So whatever is existing earlier, other than the current SIPs, I think you should review those as well. And also align this to your goals. So like you said, you're retiring, right? So what would be the corpus that you need? How much is it versus that? How much more would you need to invest? Are you well on track? So these are things then once the schemes are sort of sorted, these are things that you should look at.
All right, so Varna, it's a thumbs up as far as your fund selection is concerned. Anything else you want to ask Shweta?
Yeah. I want to
Sure,
ask.
sure.
I want to know whether any flexi cap is required to be added in my SIP.
Yeah, so not required really because you do have a good mix of multi-cap funds, small cap funds, large and mid. Everything is there, and I've recommended a passive fund. So a flexi cap really is not required. If you do wish to add some bit of international exposure, then you could add a Motilal S&P 500 or even a Parag Parag flexi cap if you really want to invest in flexi cap, but otherwise not really required.
And then flexi cap is not required.
Your-
Correct, na?
Yeah, it is not required as of now.
Yeah.
All the best,
Okay,
Suvarna,
okay.
with your portfolio.
Okay, thank
Let's
you.
move on
Thank
to our let's move on to our next viewer. I have Dinakaran from Bangalore. Hello, good evening, sir. Sir, can you hear me? Mr. Dinakaran? Sir, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, I don't think he's able to hear us, but then we'll take his question, Shweta. So Mr. Dinakaran says that he wants to invest, but he wants to know what is better, a debt mutual fund or a fixed deposit. If at all I get him back on the phone line, we can maybe chat more and, get his view and risk appetite specifically as far as fixed income investment is concerned and what's the duration that he's looking for. It's a very interesting question and maybe a question that might take all our time for the show as well. But looking at the interest rates right now and the indexation benefit gone from the debt mutual funds, it actually gets debt mutual funds on the same line as fixed deposit. But still there are areas where you can earn more as compared to a fixed deposit. Now considering that you'll be having, we might see a rate cut happening in a 1 or 2 quarters time. Keeping that scenario in mind, how would you like to help Mr. Dinakaran?
So, like you said, right, it depends on the person's risk appetite as well. Because if he's just looking for a fixed sort of return and never invested in mutual funds or anything that has not given him fixed returns, then it's quite risky to put money in debt funds that is required for a particular goal. So I would then recommend that he puts this in FDs itself so that he is he has peace of mind. But if he is looking at a little bit of extra return from this, then debt mutual funds are not a bad idea. If his tenure is say 3 years, then long-term debt funds could be a good idea. If his tenure is less than say a year, then he could do short-term debt funds. He could still end up making equal to bank FDs or a slightly higher. So if he wants that chance of slightly higher returns, then I think debt mutual funds are a good way to go. But again, depending on his time horizon, whether it's long-term debt, whether it's short-term debt, what kind of funds that he would want, what kind of experience he has in investments otherwise, because a lot of older investors especially want their fixed return money to actually just give them fixed return. They don't want that bit of extra
So Shweta,
return.
we actually have him on the phone line. So let's get more clarity and give him an exact solution for his problem. Mr. Dinakaran, sir, are you able to hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you?
Okay. So can I, yeah, definitely. Now I can hear you. So I wanted to understand the purpose behind this particular investment in a fixed deposit or debt mutual fund that you want to figure out. Is it your retirement corpus or anything related to a short-term goal?
Thanks for taking my question. But basically, I really don't have a plan as such, but I have some surplus cash, right? Like say 5 lakhs. And I just need to see, I want to park it for, let's say, 4 or 5 years. I know I don't need this money right away. But in that case, which would be the better option? And I'm not more focused on the returns. I'm also looking at the risk factor. I clearly know FD, there is almost no risk, but debt has some risk. So that's where I'm confused.
Yeah. Of course, there is an inflation risk in fixed deposit as well. And every investment comes with its own set of risk, which is why you need to understand the asset class and place it in your portfolio. I also want to understand, because you just mentioned it's a time horizon of 4 to 5 years, are you okay with investing in a balanced category towards equity in a hybrid category, which can be slightly more conservative? Are you okay with that?
I have some amount there as well. I'm trying to diversify it.
Sure. Okay. So let's go to Shweta. Shweta, what's the answer for him now?
So if he's looking at a little bit of an extra return, because that's what he mentioned, that he wants to diversify and not balance fund. His tenure is long term as well. I think a corporate bond fund may not be a bad idea for him. It is long term. It'll give him that option of slightly higher return. He could look at a quota corporate bond fund. He could look at a mid-A asset corporate bond fund. These are good funds, good diversification. A Bandhan corporate bond fund may also be quite interesting for him.
All right. So anything else you want to ask, Shweta?
No, I'm good. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the guidance.
All the best. All right, so all the best. Okay, time for a quick break, but then post that we have our viewers connected, and one by one, Shweta will be doing the live financial planning. Just in case you want to send across your queries, you can also do that on our WhatsApp number and email ID. Welcome back. You're watching The Money Show, and we are giving your portfolio queries today live on the show. We are sorting out your financial portfolios with me, Shweta Jain, and let's take Shubhika's question from Mumbai. She sent us a question via email, and Shweta, she's planning to invest in mutual funds to build a corpus for her child's higher education, which is about 10 to 15 years away, and she wants to know the kind of funds where she can invest. I still don't have any idea as to how much can she invest and what's the corpus that she's looking at. But to start off with, what's the kind of funds that you can recommend?
I think when one starts off with, it's good to go with like a good passive fund with less expenses. You're not really looking at too much outperformance as well. So you're not really hesitant there. So start off with something like a UTI Nifty 50. Even if it's just 5,000 rupees, she can divide it into two schemes. It could be UTI Nifty 50. It could be something like a PPFAS Flexi Cap. And if she's already invested before in equity or has some experience, then she can add on to like a mid cap fund, like a Kotak Emerging Equity. So, this can give her a good idea of mutual funds. She'll see some outperformance in one of the schemes and she'll see some volatility. But the other schemes will keep the portfolio kind of stable. So I think it's a good mix for her to start, even if it's like a 5K. If it's, of course, more, then she could add on maybe one more scheme, but 3 schemes should be good for even if she's investing, say, 20,000-30,000 rupees.
All right, let's move on and let's take Neeraj's question. So Neeraj writes that he's 55 years old. He's been investing 12,000 per month in SIPs, and the funds are Kotak Emerging Equity, Parag Parikh Flexi Cap, HDFC Balance Advantage, SBI Contra, SBI Dividend Yield, Nippon India Small Cap, and he wants you to review the portfolio and how much would he be receiving after 15 years, assuming a 13% annual return.
Okay, so Neeraj is about 55 years. He wants to give it another 15 years. He would get to about 1 crore in that time, but he needs to keep increasing investment. I think a value of 1 crore then it will be much lesser than what it is now. So I would definitely recommend that he keeps on increasing his investment. The portfolio looks quite nice, actually. A good combination of equity, large cap, mid cap, small cap. There is a bit of flexi cap, so there's international exposure through Parag Parikh. So it's quite interesting. HDFC Balanced Advantage is one fund that, if he's looking at only equity returns, then he could, instead of maybe HDFC Balanced, look at HDFC mid cap opportunities. But other than that, I really won't recommend any changes. It's a nice portfolio.
All right. Quickly, let's move on to Palak's question. She's writing us from Bhopal, and she's been an individual investor since 2019 and recently tried starting investing in international mutual funds. She wanted to recommend a good index fund, and also what is the recommendation behind the choice. And she wants you to compare Motilal S&P 500 with ICICI Pru Nasdaq 100 and the right way to invest in international mutual funds.
Okay, it's quite interesting, Palak. I think with your international exposure question, I think it makes it quite interesting. So you can start off with like a UTI Nifty 50 fund. You can add on even small cap index funds, whether it's a Bandhan small cap index fund. So these are interesting. There are a lot of options, even on the passive side, with not just Nifty 50 and Sensex, but even small cap indexes. There's so many others that Tata has introduced a couple of months ago. There are a lot of funds that have various indices, including thematic ones. So you could look at some of those, although I would definitely urge you that you start off with like a UTI Nifty 50, quite straightforward, quite diversified, and look at a small cap. So a Bandhan small cap index could be a good idea. You could then look at international exposure, but you should remember that the kind of returns that you're getting from the Indian funds, the international funds may not match up. International funds like Motilal Oswal, whether it's a S&P or a Nasdaq funds, these I don't want to compare one against the other because these are completely different indices. What they comprise of completely different stocks and the proportion, right? So one will be more tech heavy, one is not as much. So you will see the kind of volatility in one is much higher than the other. So I don't want to compare against these. You also have country specific mutual funds which are active. they do invest in specific countries. So whether it's a China, whether it's BRICS, whether it's US, you will see funds that are investing there directly. It depends on what really is that you need. If you're just looking at international exposure to start off with, I think Motilal Oswal S&P 500 is absolutely a good idea to start. Quite diversified, quite good exposure that you can see. If you're looking at lesser exposure, then a PPFAS FlexiCap could be a good way to start. But like I said, it really depends on what you're looking for. There are a lot of options out there. You have to make sure that you're comfortable with what you're choosing.
All right. Shweta, let's quickly take one more question. We are almost time up, but then let's try and squeeze this question from Ritvik. And he's doing 40,000 SIP, Mirae Asset Large Cap, Parag Parikh Flexi Cap, HDFC Mid Cap Opportunity, Nippon India Small Cap, ICICI Pru Value Discovery, plans to invest for 25 years. How are the schemes and are any changes required?
Ritvik has done a fantastic portfolio. I think good large cap fund, good flexi cap fund. I think he's taken the toppers in pretty much each of the segments and taken and put those, one mid cap, one small cap, one value fund. So it's a good fund. I really don't want to make any changes. Even the kind of exposure, that amounts that he's put in is quite good, because mid cap and small cap, he's actually reduced the amounts versus the others. So it makes sure that his portfolio, while diversified, it's a little less volatile. So I like that part as well. I'm not sure if it is a conscious decision or not, but it works out well for him. So I don't really want to make any changes. I think he's well set.
All right, and I believe that's all the time we have on the show as well today. Thank you so much, Shweta, for being on the show and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio queries today. On that note, it's a wrap on the Money Show as well, but then I'm going to leave you with our WhatsApp number and email ID where you can send across your questions, any question related to your financial planning, be it mutual funds, insurance, credit card, tax, loan. We are here to solve all your queries with the help of our experts. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.